The blank pages of a diary. A pen moves across them with a soft scratching sound. The gray deserts of Xinjiang stretch endlessly. Far away, along the northern horizon, the Tian Shan Mountains stand like a dark line against the sky. I stare around without purpose. There is nothing to do. It feels as though life itself has come to a halt for us. It has been several days since we, 5,000 Muslims, left behind the ancestral land of generations and sought refuge here in this distant desert, among our own people. The gleaming, bloodthirsty bayonets and molten bullets of the oppressors have taken so many of our brothers and sisters. No one has tears left. The wells of grief have run dry. Those who had sighed in relief upon reaching this remote desert soon realized their mistake. One morning, word spread that the tyrant's forces were advancing toward us again. Father cried out, "We've escaped the jaws of a tiger, only to fall into the butcher's hands. Not a single piece of our homeland Turkestan will be left for us to stand on." I could tell his patience was nearly gone. Preparations began for another journey. The dry desert air grew heavy with the tears of women and children. This time, we were not alone. From nearby settlements, another 45,000 displaced men and women joined our caravan. My 4-year-old brother Yusuf clung to me and asked, "Where will we go now, brother? If we return home, they'll kill us again, won't they?" I tried to comfort him. "No, we're not going back home." But I had no answer when he asked where we were going. Tajikistan? Uzbekistan? Those were no different. Another Xinjiang. At last, all eyes turned south. A single name rose with hope. India. The land of Muhammad bin Qasim, Mahmud, Babur, Isa Khan, Tipu, and Tedamir. Why had this happened? What had we done? We only wanted to live freely. Isn't that the most basic human desire? Was even that denied to us because we were Muslims? Weeks passed. We moved slowly toward Tibet. Then one day, several military planes flew low overhead. Fear spread instantly through the caravan. Had they not left us alone yet? One night, deep in the desert, silent, vast, and still, only the wind whispered through the darkness. Millions of stars shimmered above. Everyone seemed asleep. Then from the north came the terrifying roar of jet engines. Boom, boom, boom. Screams shattered the silence. Chaos erupted. I woke up, stunned. Father's shout drove me outside. What I saw, I could hardly believe. Our tent was burning. Father staggered toward me, dragging Yusuf. But Yusuf's body, his lower half, was gone, burned into something unrecognizable. A strangled cry escaped me. When I regained consciousness, it was already late in the day. Father called me weakly. "Musa, take the caravan and move forward as soon as you can." I interrupted him. "What are you saying? You'll recover." He smiled faintly. "When the call comes, can anyone refuse it?" After a pause, he said, "Yusuf is gone. Do not grieve. You will find him among all the oppressed children of the world. And never think you are without parents. Seek us among the suffering people everywhere." His voice grew weaker. "Remember, Musa, this is not just the suffering of Xinjiang's Muslims. Millions across the world are being erased like this. It is your responsibility, young people like you, to wipe their tears, to change their condition." He continued, barely audible. "Hold fast to your faith and your history. The day you can raise the swords of Khalid, Tariq, Musa, and Muhammad bin Qasim again, you will see how quickly God's help arrives." With trembling hands, he tried to wipe my tears. "Musa, tears are not for us. We are a people who hold the flag with our feet when our hands are cut off, and with our teeth when our feet are gone." I wiped my eyes. "Father, I won't cry anymore. Pray that I do not die like a coward, hiding in a corner." He closed his eyes. They would never open again. The desert was now blackened with the bodies of thousands who had been alive just yesterday. Burnt tents lay scattered everywhere. The cries of orphaned children filled the air. I clenched my teeth and forced myself to stand firm. A gentle touch on my shoulder made me turn. It was Farzana. Her pale face was wet with tears. Her dark eyes held an endless depth of sorrow. I had never looked at her this closely before. She was the daughter of Amir Hassan, the Chief Justice of Xinjiang. "Is there bad news?" I asked. "We're safe," she said softly. "Father has called for you." But there was no space, no shelter left for anyone. We'd buried 10,000 of our people beneath the desert sands and moved on. At last, we reached the Tibetan border. Closed. No entry. The land that had rejected us before was now joined by another that would not even let us step inside. No plea worked. Despair settled over the caravan like death itself. Where could we go now? North meant death. South was sealed. Only one faint hope remained: through Kashmir to Afghanistan. The journey through the Himalayas began. 18,000 feet above sea level. Frozen, merciless. Days turned into months. The climb drained the last reserves of human strength. The cold claimed lives daily. Elderly, women, children. Farzana's father died and was buried in an unknown cave along the mountains. After that, she changed. Silent, empty. Soon she fell ill. Fever consumed her. One night, as she lay in pain, I sat beside her, helplessly. She held my hand tightly and broke into silent tears. "Don't try to comfort me," she whispered. "I know my time has come. Tell me, will I find you again in the next life?" I struggled to answer. Only God knows that, but He does not leave sincere wishes unfulfilled. She closed her eyes peacefully. "They say God knows me best," she murmured. She never opened her eyes again. When we finally reached the Afghan border, only 850 of the original 50,000 were still alive. The scratching of the pen stopped. The diary closed. A red light blinked on a small device nearby. A wireless receiver crackled to life. Ahmad Musa stood up. A tall, imposing man, hardened by suffering, with sharp eyes and an unyielding presence. He spoke calmly into the receiver. Ahmad Musa speaking. A voice replied, "Farooq Amin here. Report. Bangladesh Secret Service has sent important information. Also, Operation 4011 successful. The missile base in Jerusalem has been destroyed. Michael Sharp is dead." For a moment, Ahmad Musa's eyes lit up. "Convey my greetings to the victorious brothers," he said. "But remember, there is no room for complacency. Our path is long, and far more difficult tasks lie ahead." He switched channels, tried to connect again. No response. His brow tightened. He picked up the phone. "Shafiq, come upstairs." Then he wrote quickly on a piece of paper. "Hassan Tarek's wireless is silent. Find out where he is. I'll be at headquarters at 5 a.m. Shafiq entered moments later. Ahmad Musa handed him the note. "Go carefully," he said.